Can you see the image on the screen? What is it? It is a copper plate and something is written on the copper plate. And what the study is called? It is called as epigraphy. And epigraphy is the study of inscription written on any hard material such as plates, any metals, any stone or pottery. Hello and welcome to the In Focus series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about something we have discovered into the Vijayanagar Empire and what is it. So we are going to discuss about that discovery, and this session is important for your GS 1 perspective. So moving towards the points of discussion part. So first of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss about the unique features, that what are the unique features of that particular finding, then we are going to discuss about the land grant and distribution, then we are going to discuss about the Vijayanagar Empire, then we are going to discuss about the practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to this TIA's channel. Moving towards the news part. So the news is that a 15th century copper plates from the reign of Dev Rai I has been found in Bengaluru, and Dev Rai I belongs to the Sangamar dynasty, which is related to the Vijayanagar Empire. So who has unveiled these kind of things? So Falcon Coins Gallery and Archaeological Survey of India has unveiled such kind of things, and that copper plate has writings which is inscribed into the Sanskrit and Kannada language, and it is also giving you the exact details about the coronation of Dev Rai I, which is of the 15th century and which is of the 1406 CE. So this is the news which we are going to cover up in today's session, and then we are also going to discuss about the what are the unique features associated with this. Before that, we need to move forward to the Drishti IAS Noida. As you already know that Drishti IAS is also in the Noida. So our address is C171/2 Block A Sector 15 Noida, and nearest metro station is Noida Sector 15. IAS Foundation course is available in both the medium, Hindi medium and English medium. So if you want to enroll into such classes, you can call on to the number 87501. So let's move towards the discussion part. So the discussion is about that what are the unique features associated with that copper plate, and we had already discussed about the study of inscription inscribed on any hard material, and copper plate is a hard material, is called as epigraphy. So here are the few unique features associated with it. First, it is giving you the exact date and details about the coronation of the Dev Rai I, and it is an important finding of the Vijayanagar Empire, and it fills the gap which we were discovering since so many years. So here we can see that unlike the Varaha seal of the Vijayanagar Empire, these plates feature Swamana. So this is a dwarf form of the Vishnu. So there are the royal insignia. So Varaha is the royal insignia of the Vijayanagar Empire. So here we can see the Vamana. So Vamana is a dwarf form of the Vishnu, and here we can see the Varaha is a boar form. So this is the basic difference. So in this we have got this Vamana. And it also tells you, we had already discussed that, it also tells you the coronation of the Dev Rai I, and the plate details the genealogy of the Sangamar dynasty and tracing the lineages from the Chandra Yadu Sangam to his 5 sons. So these are the unique details which we have got from that copper plate. Move towards to the next discussion part, which is of the land grant and distribution. So it also tells about the land grants and distribution, and they had discussed about that kings has donated land to the Brahmins, and it has been divided among the several Brahmins who were expert into the various Vedic traditions. So here the plates document that Dev Rai I granted Gudipalli village and renamed it Devpura Agrahara, and the land was divided between the 61 shares among the Brahmin based on the Vedic tradition. So this is also giving the details about the land grants and distribution that king used to give the land to the Brahmins based on their Vedic tradition, based on their Vedic knowledges. So this was the tradition which was also existing into the Vijayanagar Empire. And what was the name of that village? So the name of the village is Gudipalli village. Here we'll come to the discussion of the acquisition and the role of Archaeological Survey of India. So the plates surfaced through a coin collection and were later reported to the Archaeological Survey of India, and Archaeological Survey of India confirmed this as the first known coronation copper plate. Apart from, we had also evidences from the Matrika and Ganga dynasties which talks about the coronation of the various empires and the emperors. And Archaeological Survey of India has urged to the people of this country that if you have got any kind of written information or undeciphered information, do report us. It will help us into the history writing, and it will fulfill the gaps which were existing in the history writing, and it will make the historical knowledge and historical exploration much beautiful. Let's move to another part of discussion. And as you already know that this particular copper plate is related to the Vijayanagar Empire, so we need to know about the Vijayanagar Empire. So Vijayanagar Empire can be seen as a cultural revival for heritage, for the socio-capital organization, and different kind of discoveries, different kind of innovations, different kind of cultural tradition we can find into the Vijayanagar Empire, and it symbolizes our great history. So here what we can see that what was the duration of the Vijayanagar Empire. So it was founded in the 14th century and it ended around the first half of the 17th century, and was a powerful South Indian kingdom known for its Hindu cultural revival, architectural advancement. And in the comment section you have to tell me that who was the famous king from the Vijayanagar Empire. So if we'll discuss about its establishment, so it was established in 1336 AD by Harihar and Buka of the Sangama dynasty, and at that point of time there was so many clashes happening, and Muhammad bin Tughlaq was ruling the Delhi Sultanate. So this was also the time where so much of clash happening in the name of religion. So here we can see that originally who were the Harihar and Buka. So they were originally feudatories of the Kakatiyas of Warangal, and they later served in Kampili, and they were converted to the Islam, but with the help of Vidaranya, they had converted back to the Hinduism, and they have founded the Vijayanagar Empire. So this is a long history of the establishment of Vijayanagar Empire and the struggle they have done. So this is about that. And here the four dynasties ruled. So one is Sangama, then Salua, then Tulua and Aravidu. And different kind of leaders, kings and emperor we have got in among these all dynasties, and they had discovered, they had innovated, they have launched various new initiatives which is still in use and which is very much inspirational to the present days also. So here if we'll talk about the capital and its cultural significance. So the capital of Vijayanagar Empire, present day Hampi in Karnataka, is Vijayanagar, and it is known for its grand temples, market, cultural heritage, socio-political significance, and it was a hub of scholars, visitors and worldwide, and it fell after the Battle of Talikota, and it remains a UNESCO World Heritage Site for now. So this is the significance we have for the Vijayanagar Empire. So now we'll discuss about the practice question for prelims. So here the practice question for prelims is, the Vijayanagar Empire was founded during the reign of the Delhi Sultanate, Alauddin Khilji, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Firoz Shah Tughlaq. So this is very easy one, you can easily answer into the comment section. So this is all about the today's session. Here we had discussed about the significance of the copper plate, significance of epigraphical studies in the history writing, significance of the contribution of epigraphics and numismatics into the history writings. And we had also discussed about the significance of Vijayanagar Empire. So do remember all these topics for your mains perspective also. This is very much useful for your prelims as well as mains perspective. So keep revising all these topics. because this is the historical topic and there are chances that many questions will come from this section in art and culture also and in ancient and medieval history also. So do remember all these topics and always remember the significance and what are the important achievement one ruler has done. So if we'll talk about the significance of Dev Raya I, so Dev Raya I has a greater significance in terms of the martial arts, in terms of the cavalry, in terms of the urbanization, in terms of the irrigation facilities. So we should not forget his contribution to the establishment and to the grandeur of the Vijayanagar Empire. So that's it for today's session. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask into the comment section. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.